everyone. Welcome to my video. Today I'd like to talk about the true Dhamma or Nirvana for only people who have double wisdom. If you are a real person who wants to attain Nirvana this life, you have to listen to me early. Because I have attained Nirvana for 19 years. I'm ready to help everyone on this earth to attain this life as well. I'm ready. But are you ready? Let's take a look. The topic to speak in this video, we have to think all the time in everyday life because the thoughts are naturally. Wow! You know, the thought processes are on duty to think all the time from birth to death. But it seems that we don't do anything. The topic to speak in this video, I say, we have to think all the time in everyday life because the thoughts are natural. Why do I say that? You know, the true Dhamma in Buddhism, we study only the subject of the mind. We did not study about the human existence because our full self doesn't really exist. The true Dhamma in Buddhism is not in the teaching of Mount Uranan, but it's in your thought, it's in my thought. Can you understand me? The following story I will say I want you to understand about the thought process because the thought process is universal truth. The mind is universal truth. The thought process are universal truth. What you see over here now, you see in the way you see. Can you understand me? And you hear in the way you hear. Meow, meow, meow. This is true Dhamma Buddhism. What you see over here now is nature is aware of nature. Can you understand me? What you see over here now is nature is aware of nature. And the topic to speak in this video, I say, we have to think all the time in every life because the thoughts are naturally. Why do you say that? The thought process cannot be stopped. The thought process cannot be stopped. The thought process is universal truth. We have to think all the time from birth to death because the thought process are on duty to think. The topic to speak in this video, I say, we have to think all the time in every life because the thoughts are naturally, you know. For example, when we walk naturally. We walk naturally. The following story I will say, I want you to understand the thought process are on duty to think all the time. I want you to understand the thought process are on duty to think all the time from birth to death. The thought process cannot be stopped, but you cannot realize your thought. Can you understand me? The thought process has no origin and destination. I say the thought process are on duty to think all the time from birth to death. The thought process cannot be stopped, but you cannot realize your thought that you have already thought of it all the time. The following example can help you to understand about the thought process are on duty to think all the time and cannot be stopped, but you cannot realize your thought. Can you understand me? Okay, for example, when you walk, You won't walk to collide with obstruction. Again, when you walk, you won't walk to collide with obstruction, but you are looking for a space to walk. You are looking for a space to walk, like this. Can you understand me? When you walk, you won't walk to collide with obstruction. You won't walk to collide with obstruction. When you walk, you have to think all the time. You won't walk to collide with obstruction. But when you walk, you are looking for a space to walk, like this. Can you understand me? When you walk, you won't walk to collide with obstruction. But you are looking for a space to walk, like this. But you cannot realize your thought that you have already thought of it all the time. When you walk, you won't walk to collide with obstruction. You won't walk to collide with obstruction. But you are looking for a space to walk, like this. And when you walk naturally without using the language. Say to yourself, I want to walk, I want to stop, I want to sit down. You know, the true Dhamma in Buddhism, we study only the subject of the mind. We did not study about human existence because our whole self doesn't really exist. Can you understand me? The story in this talk, I want you to understand the thought process are on duty to think all the time. The thought process cannot be stopped, but you cannot realize your thought. The thought process are on duty to think all the time from birth to death. The thought process cannot be stopped because the thought process is universal truth. If anyone can know their own thought, that means they have mindfulness and wisdom to avoid suffering. As I told you, when you walk, you have to think all the time. When you walk, you have to think all the time, but you have never realized your thought, that you have already thought of it. For example, again, I say when you walk, you won't walk to collide with obstruction, but you are looking for space to walk like this. But you cannot realize your thought that you have already thought of it all the time from birth to death. This is true Dhamma in Buddhism. The story in this talk is very simple to understand, or hardly impossible to understand, because you have never heard someone say like me before. First of all, you must open your mind to listen with intent to listen and try to understand every story I convey in the video. Can you understand me? I say, when you walk, you won't walk to collide with obstruction. But when you walk, you are looking for a space to walk, but you cannot realize your thought that you have already thought of it. I said it, that is so weird, because you have never heard someone say like me before. The story in this talk is suitable for only people who have the word wisdom and want to attain this right. If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, as I told you, until you can realize your thought, that means you have mindfulness and wisdom to avoid suffering. In this talk, I say when you walk, again, I say when you walk, You won't walk to collide with obstruction. That means you have to think. Because you are looking for space to walk. You won't walk to collide with obstruction because you have to think. But you cannot realize your thought that you have already thought of it. You are looking for space to walk. Okay. If you want to solve life problem, if you want to enforce suffering, until you can realize your thought, that means you have mindfulness and wisdom to enforce suffering. Nothing more to study than this. Please bear in mind.